Sonnen makes his promotional debut in a light heavyweight matchup against former UFC light heavyweight champion and UFC Hall of Famer Tito Ortiz in Bellator 170, which can be seen this Saturday on Spike TV, live at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. local time at the Forum in Inglewood, California, just up the road. Chael Sonnen, good to see you, sir.
Boom, great to be here.
Good to have you
here.
So
this is the big time, huh? This is what it's all about.
Is that what you would?
The Rich Eisen Show. Can you believe that?
Look at us.
Look at us.
You've got a mug in your hand and everything.
This is a great set. Yeah, with coffee, not just a prop.
Is that right?
This has beverage in it.
It's actually.
I was gonna Irish it up a little bit because I have to drive later. It helps calm my nerves, but
you don't want to do that.
This one straight.
You don't want to do that.
No, just to to relax a little bit. Get behind the wheel.
We used to do that all the time on NFL Network at the start of our shows. 13 years ago, our stage manager Joanne Kamei would put the mug on the desk with nothing in it. And I would just say, "What are we doing
Why?
here?
Why are we doing that?"
And then I'm like, "Can I have some? Can we fill it up?" But I never Irished it up.
You got to Irish it up sometimes. I've actually never had a drop of alcohol in my life. I was just working a bit right here for you. I mean, before you think I'm promoting drunk driving, I'm doing material here, Rich. Okay, this isn't real.
I assume there's enough mothers mad at you right now.
There would be enough mothers. That's right, and they'd have the right to be.
We don't need any more than that. Why are Mayweather and McGregor talking about each other?
Hey, you know what? I'm on the bandwagon that this has legs. I don't know that it'll happen for sure, but I believe that they are trying to put it together.
Because Dana White's talking about it. If they didn't want it, if there wasn't enough in the ether, people wouldn't be talking about it.
That's right.
They're talking about it.
Here's the historically speaking, here's the rule in fighting. Getting the fighters to agree is the hard part. If you have the fighters agree that have fan bases behind them, you then have the fight. The easy part is getting a promoter on board. This case, the promoter was the last one to the party, but now Dana White is there. The question is, does he have the right to promote Mayweather? And the answer is no. Contractually, he would need a couple more pieces of paperwork in place, but he does have the right to promote Conor. He is his promoter record.
Yeah, but what are we going to fight? What are we going to do here? In a ring?
They're going to box. Yeah, they're going to actual boxing in a commissioned licensed boxing ring is what's being proposed, and that's all that Mayweather would agree to.
Why would McGregor do that? Just for the money?
Purely for the money. Yeah, I mean that fight will last as long as Mayweather wants it to, but there is still something to watch there. And I can tell you, I mean, as an MMA guy, we're not going to come out and just support Conor because he's our own. In make-believe land that he can win, we will support him in his efforts to try.
Does he have? Is that the only place he would win? Is make-believe land?
Yeah. I mean, come on, you got to understand. Conor McGregor has never boxed, not amateur or professionally. Now he's going to step in against the greatest boxer to ever live, arguably, and probably not even an argument. The greatest boxer to ever live. Yes, it's very, very uphill battle there.
Does Mayweather box? Does he box?
He's a tactician.
No, I know. I say this as a guy that wouldn't step foot, in a ring with him. I understand that this is, I guess one would say microphone valor right here, but you know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you like this, and I think this might
Conor
be what you're
can't get
saying.
in there and catch him with one or two or three.
Mayweather boxes. Mayweather doesn't fight. And there is a difference, but his body's built for that. He's not a power guy, and you're born with that. You can't really develop that power. So he uses the tools that he has. He moves. His defense is outstanding. But he is a point guy. He likes to win rounds and then get to a decision. That is a fair. Most people give it to him as a criticism. I see the appreciation in that, but I get where it can be a little bit dull.
What if they wore lighter gloves? Because a 4-ounce UFC glove or an MMA glove versus a boxing glove is a huge difference.
That could change things.
We got to get some sort of UFC aspect to this thing. Why would Conor? I mean, I know it's a ton of money. We got to get some sort of mixed martial arts aspect to this situation.
Conor would love to agree with you. That'd be very nice. But Floyd's not going to agree to those terms. Floyd's going, look, I'm the best. I'm the highest paid guy. If you want to come do this, you got to come into my world. That's a fair thing by Floyd. Floyd is controlling this thing, not Conor. And that's just fairness. So no. If they do it in a commissioned license event, which they will, the rules are already set up. There's no getting around them.
Now, I am a guy that would be more. If you asked me, if I'm more interested in seeing McGregor in the ring or Mayweather in an octagon, I'd rather see. I would pay money to see Mayweather in McGregor's world.
Sure.
The other way around, I'd be like, okay, now you're just trying to get me interested in a carnival act, which the other one might be too, but at least that's something I've never never even imagined I could possibly see.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And a lot of that also comes from the psychology. I'll analyze you real fast, but you represent the masses. That is what people would rather see. They want to see Floyd get beat. Floyd has been so dominant and so successful. They want to see him get beat. So if you took him out of his element and you could put a guy that is brash and talkative in an environment where he's going to come up short, I think that people would agree with you.
Or more apt to come up short. I don't want to see, I mean, Mayweather deck him and then this thing last shorter than Ronda Rousey's last fight.
Yeah, and it likely would.
For $1 billion.
Yeah, it likely would. Particularly, if it was a different boxer like, say, Mike Tyson that had that kind of power. Floyd might play with him for a little bit and move around, but you are absolutely accurate to believe that fight lasts as long as Floyd wants that to last.
So I'm with Chael Sonnen here in the Rich Eisen Show. When does this finally come to a head?
Well,
my child's 8.
Yeah.
Give me his age when something like this happens.
Let's see what happens. So Dana White came out and made him an offer. Floyd Mayweather told Conor, I'll give you $15 million.
Okay.
So Dana White came in and said, I'll give you both 25. Now what that does is that tells Conor, don't go try to find this fight anywhere because I'm willing to pay you double. Floyd's the missing element. Now, of course, Floyd isn't going to do it until he gets 8 times that. But you see the move there by Dana White. He protected his own guy who's trying to get free from the contract and go somewhere else. He protected his own guy by saying, I'll pay you double. Well, now all of a sudden, what's that guy say to the boss? He goes, okay, I want you to do it. Man, we're waiting on Floyd. That was the play there.
But Dana's not going to be able to offer him 8 times $25 million, right?
I don't think he would. No, I think Dana's too smart. I don't think he would. He would give him a cut of the pay-per-view and say, if you want to be partners on this, we will. But no, he's not going to pay him $200 million.
If you wanted to fight, if you're under contract with Bellator or UFC and you wanted to enter into a boxing match, is that a conflict of interest based on your contract, or are you allowed to do that because that's a different sport? Because why would Conor have the UFC have any part of this? Why is Dana White making any money?
I'll tell you the policy. I've never stared at the contract and had attorneys pull it apart, but the policy is if you want to go compete somewhere that involves a strike, meaning a boxing or a kickboxing or an MMA contest, you're not allowed to do that. You could go grapple, submission grappling is picking up, wrestling events are picking up. You could go do something like that. That's policy. What the law is, I suppose that'd have to be tested in court.
Submission grapple, put that down for a fantasy football team.
Got it.
That was really good. I like that. Should Ronda Rousey retire?
It just depends what her goals are and what she wants to do. She's a top 10 fighter, I believe. And there is something to be said for that. Most people work their whole lives to get into the top 10. The problem is once you climb that mountain and you start to stumble a little bit, there's a perception of negativity there. If she wasn't winning world championships, she was fighting for world championships. She is in the prime of her life right now. She's only 29 years old. So things aren't going to get better. I get that her title days are behind her, but there is something to be said for being active, doing something you love, giving the fans what they want, getting to the top of the bill. There's still some major successes there. But she's not going to be the queen anymore, but she does have a place, in my opinion.
You're wearing your Bellator MMA shirt. Why are you fighting again? Why are you getting back in?
I never wanted to leave. I got suspended, and I had to run out that clock. So it wasn't as simple. I got asked this question a lot, but it wasn't as simple as me saying, put me in, coach. I had to get a license first, and I couldn't get that till my suspension was up. So I always wanted to fight. I'm still active. I'm still in the gym. That's my social life, going to the gym and training and seeing the guys. So it was something that I stayed in that culture and in that habit. And when the opportunity came, I said, yeah, I do want to do this.
So Tito Ortiz, this will be fun for you? Something that you're looking forward to getting into it with him on
I'm
Saturday
looking forward
night?
to the opportunity. The fight itself, we always pretend is something we're excited to do. But no, it's a nerve-wracking and painful and very, very hard experience. So I think it might be fair to say I'm looking forward to it being over with. But,
so why do you want to do it?
This is the only game I know to play, and I love it. I love it from that aspect. I love going to the gym. I love training. I love sitting here and visiting with you and talking about it. The match itself is a different 15 minutes, but the rest of the experience is very fun.
So there's obviously there's nothing fun about getting hit and being hurt.
I would agree.
But
I would agree with that.
But there's nothing that you enjoy about that process at all?
The process I like. The actual match itself, the match is tough. I came from a wrestling background, and you're trying to score points on your opponent, but adversely, he's just trying to score points on you. You run out the clock, you look at the board, whoever's got more of them wins. In this atmosphere, the guy's trying to damage you. You're trying to damage the guy. So the stress element is a little bit higher. So my message isn't that I don't like the sport, but I think you asked, am I happy about it?
Yes.
I've got an emotion that's positive, but it's not happy.
But you have beaten Tito Ortiz before, have you not?
I took him on in the amateurs in college, but it was a very fast match. There's a couple of moves in wrestling that if you get caught in, the match is going to be over. I caught him in one of those moves. So we never really had an ability to test ourselves or see who was tougher or see who was stronger or even see who was better. I won the match and that was it. But he went on, he had a great MMA career, and frankly, I was always jealous of it. And I've been chasing him ever since.
Yeah, there
Look
you
at
are.
these outfits. Why would they make us wear those outfits? There's got to be
the unitards?
Yeah, the unitard. There's got to be a better outfit, doesn't there?
Yeah.
In all the years wrestling's been out there.
There you are, taking him down. Do you still have that unitard somewhere?
No, you know what? I had to give that back.
The Oregon wanted it back?
Oh, yeah, school administered. I had to return it.
Was Phil Knight the one who took it back?
Phil Knight probably collected. He probably threw it away after that and put out new ones, but he didn't let old Chael have it. I can tell you that much.
So check it out on Spike TV, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, Bellator 170, you versus Tito Ortiz, and then always your fantastic commentary.
You got somewhere to be? I mean, I feel like it's, hey, Chael, here's your hat. What's your hurry? I mean, what's you got a show to run around here?
Yeah, there is a show to run, but if you want to stick around, we can talk some more sports. If you want to do that.
I've had enough. I've had enough of you all.
Please stick around. We can find some Irish for that coffee. I don't
Helps
know if
calm the nerves.
It helps calm the nerves. Chael Sonnen right here on The Rich Eisen Show. We're back with more in a moment.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.